Hello YouTubers, it's Travis. Welcome back to the channel. We are here for another best of 3 Innistrad Midnight Hunt draft on MTG Arena. I'm glad you're here. If you really like the content that you see here, consider subscribing. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. That's kind of a big deal for YouTube. So subscribe. It'll give you an alert when new content is available for you. And if you super like what I'm doing, well then there's always my Patreon where you can support it directly and get some cool rewards. There is a link below for that. Now, today's draft was kind of an interesting one where I really couldn't figure out what my second color was going to be for honestly most of the draft, but it worked out rather well for us. So tune in. There's some lessons to be learned here. I hope that you'll enjoy, and I'll see you next time. All right, so I want to drill in and find a deck that works and draft a good version of it. I'm going to treat this like I'm drafting at a tournament. I'm going to take into account the things that I say usually don't matter. Which I think leads to us taking the dual craft trainer here. I think the hostile's trash. This format's way too fast for me to dirtle around and sacrifice 3 creatures to this. Like, it's sorcery speed too. Yeah, not doing that. Dual craft trainer will win a game. I think the trainer and the blade stitch scab are the only things I'd really think about first picking out of this pack. Yeah, if it wasn't sorcery speed, I think it would be better, but it's still a cost to put a colorless land in your deck. So here we've got an Oregon Hoarder, which I like a lot, and an Obsessive Astronomer, which I like a lot, but no one else likes very much. I think I've drawn more cards off of Obsessive Astronomers than Oregon Hoarders in this format. But the Oregon Hoarder really is that good. So is Sunrise Cavalier, for that matter. But the exercise initially is to take the best card in every pack, so we're going to do that. I'm kind of done playing around with Seize the Storm decks, unless it's in green-red, which means I could take it and see if that starts to open up. Okay, let's talk. We still haven't really seen any signals yet, although this pack is beginning to send us signals. Like, hey, here's 2 great black removal spells and a Flesh Taker and an Ecstatic Awakener. Black is looking pretty bloody open, which almost makes me want to take the Flesh Taker. Because if they pass this, they're not getting into black now, and I'm going to get more. So I think I like the Flesh Taker here. Black-white is, and even if it isn't incredibly open, it may be open enough. This pack, though, does not agree with that assessment. This is playable. That's pseudo-playable. I guess we'll take the uncommon. Ah, here we are with the 6th pick, Fangblade. Where did all that black go? It was all just literally all in one pack. Okay, and Candle Trap. Man, this sucks because I'm not going to wield that Cavalier. So we've identified that red-white is open. I guess I could still be black-white. But it would take a bit. I could be Mardu and splash for the Flesh Taker. This is not where Eaten Alive goes. I don't think we're in blue. I think we can rule out blue. I'm not entirely sure what else we're doing, but like green is looking pretty okay too, right? So it's probably are we green or black is the question. Black's got a lot going for it. I do quite like the card draw offered here. Well, black is looking quite open. Good to see you, Gullier. Welcome to the stream. But these packs also had, as we remember when we passed them, they had defenestrates with them. But I still think that puts us in black-white as the most likely spot. Like, I don't think it's wide open, but it's open enough, which I think puts me on the Awakener here. I'm going to need some sacrifice fodder, but I suspect we can find some. Splash worth? What's worth? Yoinks. No, I don't think so. Because I could splash an Oregon Hoarder and get most of what it's giving me in this deck. Because I don't think the games are going to last. So if this deck works out the way I envision it, I don't think the games are going to last long enough that I'll get more cards out of it than I would the Oregon Hoarder. No Way Out is a way to start generating the tokens that we're going to need. I'm not quite sure where else I'm supposed to get them. But I also need solid 2-drops in the Candle Grove, which is good. So I think we go there first, but... Okay, so the Occultist is a good thing to sacrifice. The Veteran is playable here. We're very interested in an Unruly Mob. But I think I just take the Borrowed Time, have our removal suite good to go, and then start looking for these pieces. I do still want an Unruly Mob. I just don't want that one. Slide on in there. That's a way to generate a lot of sacrificial bodies. Silversmith is pretty good too. I do like the Commando, but Silversmith is pretty good. And we're not actually clogged on 4s for once. I've played Cather's Call once by accident because I thought it was a Loyal Griff from the art, but I may actually play it on purpose here. Search Party Captain's all right. Two of them are all right too. Man, the black really dried up. But like I said, I don't think it was actually open. I think it was just open enough. And I don't think at least 2 of these players are in it. So we should see a couple cards. I don't think we'd be super likely to right now, but we could. You're right. I've already got a Ritual of Hope I don't think I'm playing. Like, if I had to be able to beat an enchantment, we could bring that in. So I don't think we could realistically pivot to Ludwig. But I think I could just throw this Diregraph Horde in the deck and be pretty happy. So I think I'm going to do that. I don't need another Eaten Alive. I'd probably play it, but I don't need it. We probably got room for the Occultist. I think I'd also potentially play the Mirror, but I bet I can wheel it. Nobody seems to like that card, and I think it's okay. So where are we at creature-wise? Because, like, I'm interested in No Way Out, but the Ambush is better. This deck could almost run Blessed Defiance, eh? I may have to play the Cathar's Call. My removal's too good is the problem. I kind of feel like I need this Occultist more than the Defenestrator or the Foul Play. But I can't turn down Foul Play. Crawl from the Cellar, eh? We're not actually running that many zombies, so how good is the Raised Dead? Not that great here. I think I'm actually playing this. Hey, what's up, Andy? Thank you for the resub. I might play 2 of these. Yeah, I'll spam some cats for Andy. Thank you very much for the support, my friend. I want one of them in there. What you doing, Arena? Can you stop? I definitely want more crap to sacrifice now. So I think Cathar's Call actually found its way into a deck, which is just bizarre. That's crazy. It's been a year, and we still haven't played any shooty games together. Why have we not done this, Andy? I want to play a shooty game with you. I don't even care what it is at this point. I just want to go badly shoot at people and die together. Because we were going to do that, man. No, it's got to be where people are shooting back at us so I can feel the pain of losing. I play those games to feel something. I told you we'd wheel this. I think I like the idea of bringing it in rather than taking it out. We will see, though. Oh, we got another Occultist. I'd like to find room for that. So the Ritual Guardian may need to get bent. Yeah, but I need to know that it's a person that killed me. Is Back for Blood something where a human is going to kill me? And this may not be Andy's predilection with these style games, but I need a human to kill me. We could consider dropping the Cathar's Call. I think this deck is happy to have it. Salmiakki. Huh. No, that's a cough drop murder. What would you play over it, Goose? Because I need bodies to sacrifice to the Flesh Taker and the Awakeners. The second witch probably ain't flying. Meh. You might be right. I want to test it and see if there's a world where Cather's Call can be a reasonable card to put in your deck. Because if it's not good here, then you should never, literally never play it. Well, I'd probably cut a Eaten Alive before I cut a Candle Trap. But I wouldn't say we need it. But like, we've got 15 solid creatures and great removal spells. Why would you cut it? There's a lot of cards we could consider playing here. The second mob is another one, right? But I think I like the Occultists. Let's make the first mob really good. Do you play a lot of best of one, Hum? Because Candle Trap, I think, is just objectively better. You can never turn one Eaten Alive something if you have to. Not that you would often have to, but... They're kind of the same card, right? And that one lets you play it later and sacrifice something, and one lets you play it later and be like, I'll deal with the mana, yo. Like if that was a Candle Trap, we could be playing it now. But I'm also probably overcompensating a bit because way too many people say Candle Trap is bad. Lots of bounce in this set. I wouldn't say there's a lot of bounce in this set. There's bounce in blue. But not everyone's playing blue. That's why I asked about best of one, because if you're playing best of one, you're going to play a lot more blue-black than you would anywhere else. I would kind of like for that to be dead. But I don't really want to sacrifice any of these creatures to make it happen. If they're going to throw a creature away to get the value, I'm kind of okay with that. So like we could dual Craft Trainer, pump this guy, send him. Be like, you're very welcome to trade this for the Opportunist in one of those. They'd have to put everything in front of it, right, Tommy? And if I want to kill this, then I would be trading, right? Because I'd have to order it. Well, I could eat both 1/1s, give them a card, and let them keep it. I don't think they're blocking, as sure. But I would want to kill this if I could. That's good thinking too, Dave. Man, now I just want to do this. Don't you? I'm honestly not sure, but if this is wrong, it can't be by much. Seems good. No, I'm fine with the ambush. That makes the attack even better depending on how they block. Because I kind of want to sim with these two. Although if I sim with the Flesh Taker too... Sphene, thank you for the resub. Y'all spam some cats for Sphene. If I sim with the Flesh Taker too, I get a 1-mana search party captain, which is pretty spicy. Do I want to draw another land? That would let me play the Witch if I haven't played a land yet. I can't remember if I played a land yet. Chat, did I play a land? Well, in the grand scheme of things, I don't want more lands right now anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I think I played a land anyway. You can check if you hover over your lands. Where would it say? I didn't see where it said anywhere. One of them will say entered this turn. I didn't see that. Okay, then I guess I didn't play land. You have to hover long enough. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. I can believe that too. Arr! A game log? That's just crazy. Like, they're probably going to die anyway, but let's just have some fun on the way out. But now I can't say entered this turn. I should have set a stop so I could look. Okay, so we're up against an Esper deck? Question mark. But I've played weird mana bases too, so I'm not here to critique. And for all I know, they have a lovely mana base. Could be the curse if they were in the same one we were, right? I've seen people splash Oregon Hoarders, and I've done it before. The search party captains can be a little worse on the draw, but I think I'm probably ready to just jam this back. I begin to hunger, so we may need to do a lunch break here in a little bit. Hello! Boop. Okay, we'll do it next turn. It does exist. Nope, we're never doing it again, Andy. The lands say entered this turn if they entered this turn. Do I want to borrow that? I think as heavy removal as I am, the answer is yes. It's not a threat, but it will be. And they've also got a card locked under it. If they've got a removal spell, I think I'd rather the 3/3 that can draw me cards stick than the 3/3 that can't. Like, that's not anywhere close to closing out the game. But if I draw something else I can play this turn, like, I don't know, Flesh Taker, for example, this could potentially draw me a card. Like that. So if you're wondering why I played this first, that's why. I'm also going to skip a turn here and see if we can draw something else, because I need to get some card advantage going again. I'm not going to draw a removal spell, but I can draw cards that would get me closer to a removal spell. What? I'm pretty okay with this. Oh, everything was so good until you said Premiere. A usable client, a fun game. Sure, that's fine. So one of these lands entered the battlefield this turn. It was this one. I think I'm okay with them getting one card, potentially getting one card. They're not guaranteed a card off of this. Although it looks like they're going to get one. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, I'll trade this dude for a flyer. I didn't expect him to block like that, or I'd have played the Morning Patrol first. But they may not have if I'd played that first, because then they'd know they're getting another card off of the town dude. It's possible I'd still play one, because I did enjoy that format, but it was best of 3 when they had it before. I just don't understand why everybody hates best of 1. Or best of 1, best of 3. Duh. I do understand. No one hates best of 1. I guess Watsy doesn't hate it because that gem printer, money printer go burr. I don't care for it. Well, I suppose my thing is, Noki, why can't best of 3 ever get a special draft format? Like, and I don't hate Midnight Hunt. It is probably my least favorite set since I came back to Magic, but it's still fine. It's still Magic. It's still good. I'm still playing. I'm still having some good games. Like, overall, Midnight Hunt's fine. I'm not going to miss it, but I'm also not going to be like, I'm never playing Magic again. This set sucks. Why can't... So during this set, it'd be super cool if they were like, hey, we're going to do the core set drafts again, and you could have them in best of 3. I would play the heck out of that. And I'll probably still play some in Premiere because I really did like that format. I'll just complain about it a lot. But I do hear you. It's easier to fit in a schedule, and you're right. A lot of people don't play enough that they see any downside. You really do need to be getting into Platinum for it to matter. So if you're playing Magic casually and getting a couple of games in, you probably won't even be able to tell there's any issues with it. All right, that said, let's do our Stream Raiders battle, and I'm going to get some lunch. Chicken soup may very well be one of the best lunches a human can have. Dude, you should go eat the chicken soup. Oh yeah, I'm not stressed about it, Rocky. We're good. The only issue is, like, back in the Magic Online days, you could go infinite going 2-1. So I could have the same style of experience and never have to buy in. That was nice. But with the push months and degenerate gaming and Stream Raiders and all the sorts of different revenue sources lining up, I can afford to put some money in now and then. Man, foul play really is good on the draw. I mean, the actual answer is that you should just draft every Evolving Wilds that you see and then use them for all of your lands. The whole point of 17 lands was that it would be 17 Evolving Wilds. I wanted to see if I could get the unruly mob in there too, but I just wasn't able to. I was going to foul play that, but now I'm not. Tell me what makes this funny, John. Oh my God, why did you do that, Arena? I wasn't even looking. I guess it works out the same. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty good with that. No, I put it in on purpose this time. Believe it or not. Yeah, you look pretty good there, bub. I really enjoyed Darkest Dungeon. It was a lot of fun. I thought it was really interesting that they were able to take the style of the game. I mean, that's fine. You don't have to like it, Dave. I quite liked it. I thought it had the same style as the original game, like the same flavor, but kind of upped to an extent, which I really dug. The movement was kind of neat. There's a lot of things to like about it. But it was also a very different game, which I thought was interesting too. Rather than a persistent dungeon, you kind of have this roguelike run that you start each time. Yeah, that too, generic guy. And the wagon was kind of fun to drive around a little bit. So I really enjoyed it and would like to play more. It might be more fun to play than watch, and it might be that you just don't like it, and that's okay too. But I really enjoyed it. I will be streaming more of it, potentially today. Because I do think eventually, after there's a baby, my daytime content will be moving more towards that, and we'll have a couple of drafts a week or something. So it's not a bad thing to get some of that in here now and then. All right, for size boarding, we do have a bramble armor. Mostly a lot of creatures I don't like, but we've got a pretty low casting cost deck here. This could very well be the spot we want a Blessed Defiance. Yeah, I think I actually do over one of the captains, because they're just trying to kill me with pumpers. I can do that. I'll probably play XCOM eventually, but I don't know. Darkest Dungeon seems more fun to me. I'm 74% to hit with foul play. I'm going to try it. I've done that math enough to know it, and I won't have to discard the hand size, which I dig. White horse! Yeah! Now you're playing with power. I am ready to snap into a Slim Jim. Not super thrilled about this, but here you go. Did they say it was a surprise? What format were we doing? Because I'll drop if it's Eldraine. That sucks. It's a joke. I would play Sweatsuit in Eldraine. I would just complain about it a lot. No, I don't think there's actually one that I hate so much I would be like, I'm not playing. I did really dislike Eldraine, though, but I think most of that was bot drafting. I've heard from people that it's a fun format if you don't have bots. Yeah, Cube's probably the closest, but I'll still play them. They're fine. Like, that's not actually a limited format. That's, like, bad constructed. That sucks. I just don't like Cube in general. I guess of all the formats that people consider limited, Cube is my least favorite. This makes it pretty easy to just borrow some time here. But I don't think most people really consider Cube to be limited. It's an interesting way to shuffle up your constructed decks. Mara Tribal, let's go. I think I'm ready to be the Covenator. Nice. Roar. That was a good draw for them. I don't think it was quite over, was it? They blocked the 3/3, sack this, get back the 2/4. Go to 1? Okay, it's probably close to over. All right, we got one more. Una más. Here we go, 3-0, here we go. All right. Please hold your applause till the end of the draft. Pretty good 1, 2, 3, or 2, 2, 3, 4. Counting's hard, sorry. They may very well have a removal spell to back this up and we're just dead. I guess Startle's better than an actual removal spell, but not by much. I have to respect this as a card now. Which is a bit unfortunate because it frees up so much of their lands. But right now we're just in, oh my god, please stabilize mode. We got another startle. Observe. That's functionally a startle. That's a startle that hurts. A hurdle. Yep, yep, yep. Uh-huh. They're telling us something here, and that's that they will only ever attack into a non-obvious trade if they have a combat trick. And like, that's information we can use for the future. It's not going to do it. All right, so against blue, we're going to need to cut that Cather's Call for the true, because that's going to hurt us way more than it's going to help us. I don't want the mirror against blue. I may need a Ritual Guardian to try to race them. I can get behind that. The Midnight Ambush actually doesn't look wonderful. Like, maybe I can get a Falcon Abomination or an Oregon Hoarder that's already done something. That's probably still something we run, but it's worth noting it doesn't look great here. Do we know when those core drafts are coming out? Because I probably will try more of those, even if it's best of one. Somebody said earlier they were going to redo the core set drafts, where you draft 19, 20, and 21, or whatever it was. Okay, do we know when the Ravnica ones are coming out? They may have a counterspell. I can believe they have a counterspell. They don't have a counterspell. Alright. Get wrecked, nerd. Yeah, I knew about that one. So that's coming out end of this week. Okay, I'll probably play some of the core ones. Fifth through 11th? Ugh. That's not enough time. But I guess it's something to do. Okay, thank you guys for finding that one for me. Yeah, interestingly, I've played that format. We did it for one of the sweatsuits, and it was pretty fun. I doubt they're giving us a free one. If they give us a free one, I'm certainly doing them. I don't think I can change much here. Sorry, I'm spacing out a little bit, thinking about doing a core set draft. All right, that's a hand. I kind of liked it too, you know? I hear you. Not quite. Dave said he's probably going to be able to do it on the 5th, but I haven't gotten a definitive yes from Dave yet. I don't think there were any sets like that, generic. I'm not really sure. What I expect is going to happen is that Dave will let me know very late that he can do it for an hour or two, and we'll do it for a little bit, and then I'll just carry the rest of it solo, which is fine. Or if somebody's around and wants to hop in, that can be acceptable too. Okay. No. You draft a pack of each of the sets. A cube draft is someone takes 8 constructed decks, throws them in a trash can, shakes them up, and then you pull out packs from that trash can. All other draft formats involve packs of cards as they're printed and sold. Some people will tell you that they're very careful about what they put in their trash can, but they lie. I mean, Rachel, I know you're a cube aficionado, but for a short explanation of what cube is that not a better way to explain it? Because it's very clearly not the same as drafting. Yeah, it's not accurate. I understand. That's not exactly what it is. Someone spent a number of hours that you cannot even begin to comprehend making that cube. They have spent more time making that cube than you will ever spend playing it. But it was mostly about building constructed level power decks that you draft. So you get a draft-like experience and then build a constructed deck. A fine break now and then, but think of it more of a dessert. GG's, GG's. Not too shabby. Y'all want to go again? And of course, we need a big thank you for my patrons. This content would not be possible without them. Thank you for supporting my work. Paul, Jesse, Punk, Rusty, Adrian, Hero, Joe, Jesse, Jacob, Scott, Fasty, and Rich. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.